Drama Doktor. Welcome to the 11th lesson, One Biris Urok of Introduction to Sakha. I will read the vocabulary. Vocabulary is talar. Then we have bas, which means head or beginning, batak, hair, sidei, face, sus, forehead, kulgach, ear or ears, ayak, mouth, tull, ton. You'll notice tull can mean ton, can mean words of vocabulary, or could mean language, similar to English, the English ton, etc. Teeth, meaning tooth or teeth. That is similar to teeth in English, sounding, similar sounding. My friend had a theory that the reason it sounds similar between teeth and teeth is because when you say teeth or you say teeth, you're showing your teeth. Same in Chinese, like you say 吃, ya 吃, and you show your teeth. Anyway, could be, I don't know. Buttock, beard, mustache, or facial hair. Buttock. Harach, eye or eyes. Harach is Mongolian for to see or to look. So I would presume, considering Sakha does have a hefty amount of Mongolian vocabulary, that it is from Mongolian. Okay. Has, eyebrows. Bur, burun, nose. Was, lip or lips. Bunda, his nose. Sangar, to speak. Sana, to think. Also from Mongolian, I believe. Sanir, he thinks. So I don't remember if we've covered it in the lessons so far, but if you have a verb that ends in like a double vowel, that vowel will very well change. And when we add the for third person conjugation. Okay, so instead of like sanar, we say sanir for he thinks. Okay, haragas, blind, or it literally means like his eyes don't exist. He doesn't. He has no eyes, but it could just mean blind. All right. Remarks on grammar. You can read this. You can pause and read this. I'm not gonna read. It's book speak, but what it's just saying is you don't have to put the plural ending for body parts, but you can. So if you don't put it, haragab al jar could mean my eyes hurt or my eye hurts. Tihe al jar could mean his teeth hurt or his tooth hurts. Um, but you could also use the plural forms such as haraktar, tar ending for plural, haraktara, haralar, his eyes are black, tistere, burungur, his teeth are strong. And then we just have a little note, and honestly, no disrespect to the writer of the book, I don't understand the point of this, unless you really just like to compare Turkic languages that are barely closely related from the opposite sides of the world, because it tells us about how there is the Turkish words var and yok, which are equivalent to um, Sakha's bar and such. But what I do believe you need to know is that bar can mean to have, there is, or exists, and such, its opposite, is to not have, there ain't, there isn't, or um, wait, what was the third one? So bod is to have, to oh yeah, there is or to exist. Soch is to not have, there ain't, or to not exist. Okay, so it's used in possession sentences. I have, he has, etc. It's used for there is. It's used for a lot of stuff. If you do speak Turkish, the language of Turkey, which is very different from Sakha, then you may want to know that bar and suach can be conjugated, which they say here, unlike in Turkish. Okay. Uh, and as far as I've seen in my studies of other languages, Kazakh and some other more closely related languages to Sakha also conjugate their versions of bar and such. Um, I don't really like the whole comparison thing. I think we should take a language for what it is. Like when I studied Chinese, well, maybe the other way around, I should say that. When I studied Tibetan, I didn't sit there and be like, oh, it's Chinese and they're brothers and they're exactly the same and like there's no difference and it's the same language. Like that doesn't make sense. We don't do that with any other language group in the world, but then the Turkic languages, some folk like to be like, we are the same, come to my country. We are exactly the same. It's the same language. We are one people. And it's like, okay, if two folks feel like that, like we're the same, that's your business. But as from a linguistic and just logical perspective, it doesn't make sense. You know, I don't go talk to other Indo-Iranian language speakers and be like, "Oh, hey, dude from Iran with a unique culture and history that has nothing to do with England or my folk. You are me, and you have no uniqueness, and you are not yourself, and you are just like we're all like it's globalism. It's retarded. Excuse my language. YouTube probably censors speech, so I shouldn't say that. But it's dumb. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Let's make sense, people. I literally re-recorded because I didn't want to go on a 10-minute rant about this in the video, but I had to say something because I can't not say something because it's so pervasive, the misconceptions of the Turkic language family. Like, yeah, there's similarities. Yeah, there's cultural connections. Yes, it's interesting. It's cool if the different, because I'm not Turkic, so it's not my business per se. So if two Turkic folk want to be like, oh yeah, this is cool. We have some similar words, and you know our ancestors at some point had some you know connection. Even though that's not always true, because not all Turkic language speakers are actually genetically related. You know, that's their business. But from a language, and I'm not saying the writer was doing this, but from a linguistic perspective, I think that comparing Sakha to the language of Turkey. I don't even like to say Turkish because ish is just English for ick. So when you say Turkish and Turkic, it's the same thing. It's like of Turks, okay? But people think of Turkey because they named their country that because they want to pretend that they are the mother of all Turkic people. And while they do have connections, they are not the mother of everybody. Like I don't pretend like England is the mother of Germany. That it would be like that were the mother of the Slavic folk or the mother of the. It'd be like if we acted like everybody came out of England when we actually came there later, and we're not related entirely to all the Indo-European folk. Okay, so it's just revisionist history. People can believe what they want, but I'm just putting that out there. If you're looking into Turkic languages, even one as far away and unique as Sakha and other Siberian Turkic languages, you will find mountains of misinformation and propaganda trying to make you think that they're all the same language. And if you speak Turkish from Turkey, then you automatically know all the other ones. That is simply not true at all. End of story. I will not digress on that at all. I like truth. I like things to make sense. Call me artistic. I don't care, but I like to live in reality. Okay, let's get on with it. So, I'm gonna change these read and translate sections to read because I already translated them. Let's be real. But but yeah, so if you want to translate it before you see my translations and go over the material with me, feel free to get the actual original ebook in the link that I have that is from the website where it's posted. It's free. You can download it and you can translate the sentences yourself before you work on this with me if you want to. However, my opinion is for me and for a lot of people, the best way to learn is just to see sentence after sentence after sentence. You want to see how they say it so many times that it becomes familiar to you. If you're not familiar with how they say things in the ton, then how you gonna put a sentence together and translate stuff? It's gonna be very challenging, even from the language to English. But it's up to you, whichever method you want to follow. So let's get into it. Bas bu bar. This is a head, or here's a head. Bas bu bar. Baska, batach, kulkach, wanda, side, bar. There's hair, ears, and a face on one's head. Baska, batach, kulkach, wanda, side, bar. Sireke, sus, has, harach, burun, was, ayach, balar. On a face, there's a forehead, eyebrows, eyes, a nose, lips, and a mouth. Sireke, sus, has, harach, burun, was, ayach, balar. You will recall, perhaps, that the purplish pink Indians, that is the first suffix. There may be a sound change. For instance, bar, you add lar. It's not bar, lar. It's balar. So the R changes to an L there. I did not mark that, but I do mark the first ending in purplish pink. And then you'll see in other sentences, where is it? Oh, these are all okay. In other words that have a second ending, so like here we have the plural ending and then the question ending. The second one's gonna be red, and then you can have several endings together, so it'll be each be a different color. But I do not mark the color for like for what kind of ending it is, just for is it the first, the second, or the third that's tacked onto there. Okay. Okay. Then we have ayacha or ayaka, tis, wanda, tul, bar. A mouth has teeth and a tongue. So I had heard from my teacher that I used to study with say the double X, the double H as a like this kind of throat K sound, like a double throat K. Um, but I have also heard some people say it like ayacha in other videos, some of these videos where uh, the people are teaching Sakha expressions. I don't know if I don't, and I've heard the ayaka a lot, like all the time. So I don't know if it's regional or if some people make their materials and just soften the sound to make it easier for foreigners. If you are a Yakut watching this, please let me know in the comments. Do you say ayaka or do you say ayaka? Ayaka. Ugh, I can't really do it all the time. I can do it when I'm saying a sentence, but by itself it's hard to say. Ayaka. There you go. Ayakatis wanatal bar. Okay. Then we have kihi kulkaga iki muna bir. So the words that are irregular, they change form rather than just add an ending. I marked in this dark reddish color. And again, kulkach. We don't say kulkacha. We change the ch to ch because it's easier to say when it meets a vowel. Kulkaga iki muna bir. The person has two ears and a nose. Kihi kulkara iki muna bir. And you'll want to be careful. Kini means he or she, but kihi means a person, a human. All right. Harach iki ayach bir. Eyes come in twos and mouths come in one. Eyes two, mouth one. Harach iki ayach bir. Tul bir tis ilbech. Tons are one, teeth are many. So there's one ton, there's a lot of teeth. Tul bir tis ilbech. Batach hara butak wana has ebia haralar. Hair is black, facial hair and eyebrows are also black. Batach hara butak wana has ebia haralar. Then ayach kuhul was wanatul ebia kahalar. Mouths are red and lips and tongues are also red. If you, again, please help me if you are a Sakha speaker, do you say kuhalar? Because I would think it would, because red is kuhul. So I would think that red would be kuhalar. And this is the only place I've seen one of the L's dropped in that way. So, and I couldn't find this in the dictionary or anything. So I cannot tell you, my learners, my fellow learners, for sure if that is a common way to put it, to drop that extra L. But it makes sense if we say this, so it's okay. Ayak kahul was wanatal emie kahalar. Then we have hara hara tis mangan. Some people say this like ung, like a not ung, like some northern U.S. people say singing. It's not like a hard G in my opinion, but some people will do a little g, and some people will not really do the g. It'll be just a throaty, nasally. Okay, so mangan or mangan, pretty much the same. Eyes are black and teeth are white. Hara hara tis mangan. Kihi ayaga ulahal tihe kra. His mouth is big and his teeth are small. Kihi ayaga ulahal tihe kra. Then bas saner. Head thinks. You think with your head. Bas saner. Ayach ahur. We eat with our mouths. Ayach akhir. Tel sangarar. We speak with our tongue. Tel sangarar. Harach kurur. We see with our eyes. Eyes see. Harach kurur. All right. Kulgach ister. Ears listen. Ears are used for listening. Kulgach ister. Then we have iti agyar kurbut. The old man can't see. Now, iti is not literally the. It's translated often as this, but it's not quite the same as bu. Native speakers have told me it refers to something that was already mentioned, which is kind of like what we do with the, so I translate it here as the. The old man can't see. Iti agyar kurbut. Kini haraga suach. He is blind. Kini haraga suach. Bu emersil haraga uchugei. The old woman has good eyesight. Bu emersil haraga uchugei. Kini uchugei dik kurur. She sees well. Kini uchugei dik kurur. Alright. Al jachtar tihe aljar. That woman has a toothache. Al jachtar tihe aljar. En tihin aljar do. Do you have a toothache? En tihin aljar do. Such aljabat. No, I don't. No, it doesn't hurt. It don't hurt. Such aljabat. Bu aga taga uter. Why is this child crying? Bu aga taga uter. So we know here, taga is why. Very useful word. Such mil kulgagab aljabat bachab aljar. No, I don't have an earache, but a headache. Such mil kulgagab aljabat bachab aljar. En haragan uchugedua. Do you have good eyesight? En haragan uchugedua. Haragan kuhagan tihim uchugei. My eyesight is poor, but my teeth are healthy. My eyes are bad, but my teeth are good. It's a little strange thing to say. I may not see very well, but my teeth work. Okay, well, interesting. The next section, answer the questions. You may answer the questions. These are just questions. Sometimes the questions in the answer the questions section are based on the text. Sometimes they are based on general knowledge. For instance, Bahan hana bari. Where is your head? You can write down or say out loud if you want. Bu. Bahan bu bar. Etc. Bahan hana bari. Then we have Baska tuach bari. What is on your head? Baska tuach bari. Then we have Sirege tuach bari. What is on the face? Sirege tuach bari. Ayaka tuach. Excuse me. Ayaka or ayaka tuach bari. What is in the mouth? Ayaka tuach bari. Batak has wanda putuk hadaktari. Which is your hair, which is your eyebrows, and which is your facial hair? Batak has wanda putuk hadaktari. Ayak was tel hadaktari. Which are your mouth, lips, and tongue? Ayak was tel hadaktari. Tel hadagi. So the k changes to a g because it meets a vowel. Which is your tongue? In English, we would say, where is your tongue? But, which of these is your tongue? Tel hadagi. Kihi haraga chachi. Kihi haraga chachi. How many eyes does he? It's not really he. Probably thought it said kini. Person. How many eyes does a person have? I think one of the sentences I put the person. It could also be a person. It could be people in general. How many eyes do people have? Do people have? All right. How many eyes does one have? You could also say in English. Kihi haraga chahi. So how many is has? The the S sound often changes to a light H. Ha. Um, again, when it meets a vowel. Sometimes even in the beginning, some people will say like sus, 100. They'll say hus. All right. Talahahi. How many tons does he have? This could also mean like how many languages are there, although the probably take off the but yeah, Talahahi. How many tons does he have? Then we have Kulgachtara Hastari. How many ears, not years? How many ears does he have? Kulgachtara Hastari. Tuaksaderi. What thinks? What is used to think? Tuaksaderi. Saderi. Tuak sangarari. What is used for talking? What talks? Tuak sangarari. Money talks. Mine says goodbye. Tuak ahuri. What is used for eating? Tuak ahuri. Tuak kururui. Alright, kururui. 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 Yeah, this is, you got this ui. Ui. Kurur. Kur. Ur. Ui. Ui. Tuak kururui. These tensed sounds, so the circle with the line and the pointing down Y, these are what I would call tensed vowels. They're kind of harsh, right? It's kind of hard to say for us, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. What is used to see? Tuak kururui. Then we have tuak isteri. What listens? What do we use to listen? Okay. You can say kulkach, kulkarem ister, right? All right. What do we listen with? Kim tihe laljar. Whose teeth hurts? Kim tihe laljar. That would be based on the text. Kim kulgaga laljar. Who has an earache? Kim kulgaga laljar. That is it. I will cut it off here because it's make these videos too long. Thank you for listening. There'll be another one coming out right away. Lesson 12. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.